Hello everybody, how are you? I'm doing great. Just want to start a new series while I'm doing a Do Not Read series. I want to introduce a new series called Planetary Races. The first race that I would like to do some research on are the Greys. The Greys, most popular folktale legend out there about science fiction becoming more real every day. Now there's a story, and I'm gonna show this to you, and you can read along. I'll read here the story that I've gotten online from a couple of sources, and I'm going to describe to you what they are. So, hold on, let me get this right. Now, the Grey Race. Since the ancient civilizations of the Mayans, Hopi, Indians, Greeks, and Egyptians, aliens have always been recorded in teachings, writings, artifacts, and/or paintings. And the recurring image that we see throughout history. Today, many believe that the gray aliens are the race that continues to visit Earth. Gathering all the data, eyewitness accounts, ancient paintings, etc., we are able to truly make an educated guess as to who these aliens are and what they look like. Now, I'm going to show you a picture, a few pictures, some gray aliens and what they look like. I'm going to describe them to you as well. Now, there are a few different types. Let me pick out a good picture here. Here's one. Okay. Check this out. You see that? Now, usually they have a large skull with large eyes. Now, notice that the eyes are black. They are only contacts. They're only black contacts. See, that's why I'm like wearing my black contacts all the time. But anyways, their home system is Zeta Reticuli star system. They live on the 4th planet from their 2nd star. They're normally gray skinned with large eyes, large skull with a thin body, and typically they are between 3.5 feet to 6 feet tall, weighing about 80 to 90 pounds. They're very thin. Their source of communication is telepathy. And they were first discovered with evidence in 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. This is the first appearance of a gray being recorded and databased, studied, and everything. They don't have any sex organs. They reproduce through cloning. And basically, here is the story that's behind all of this. Alright, now, this is a story that I got online, and then I'm going to tell you the story that I believe happened, because I'd like to share my point of view too. Now, it says here, the gray aliens were said to have been cloned by the race of evil aliens called the reptilians. Now, they say evil aliens, reptilians, okay? Reptilians are not evil, okay? But humans are a delicacy to them, okay? realize we are not at the top of the food chain. We might be the top of the food chain on our planet, but when it comes to the universe, you need to accept that we are part of the food chain, and the food chain keeps going from here. It doesn't stop at us. Yeah, reptilians like to eat humans. Good for them. Reptilian aliens are extraterrestrial beings from the Draco constellation that exist in the 3, 4, and 5 dimensions of the universe. Could be true. And therefore ingest energy as their primal source of nutrition. However, because of their inherent need for negative energy, we, the humans, see reptilians as being evil. Now, reptilians created the gray aliens as a slave race so that they are able to feed off their negative energy and grow as a race. Gray aliens became a very advanced alien race with the technology to rebel against other creators and fly out into the cosmos to find a new home. The gray aliens are said to exist in 2 distinctly different places, Zeta Reticuli and the Bellatrix. Regardless of where they are from, they soon realized that their clone creation had a vital flaw in it that would create the issue of their dying race. Because gray aliens were created without the ability to reproduce, they rely on their technology to transfer their consciousness into new cloned bodies. However, the technology they hold is limited and their physical bodies are beginning to degenerate each time they clone. Facing this grave issue, gray aliens struck deals with earthly governments in the form of technology trade in the form of technology exchanges for the ability to abduct humans for study, genetic study. Today they abduct humans to see how they are able to clone a human gray alien hybrid so they can solve their dying race issue once and for all. Okay? This is the news that I'm getting from all you guys. What I thought originally, and this is pure creation, okay? If you were to lay down a timeline, okay, of, let's say that there was a time when the galaxy had just begun and we as humans had progressed in technology. My story, okay, watch. We produced in technology to the point where we decided to leave Earth. Eventually we evolved in space where we got paler skin because we weren't exposed to sunlight or starlight as much. Okay? We were living on spaceships, traveling around planet to planet, visiting, spreading, and colonizing on other planets around the galaxy. Okay? Pretty soon we've taken over the galaxy. Okay? Then we decided to create new galaxies. We created new galaxies, we occupied them. Eventually, after we conquered our galaxy, we didn't have the technology to create another galaxy, I don't think, at that point. But we were at the point where we were beginning to clone ourselves, and eventually this informities like the sex organs started to wilt away, degenerate, and disappear. Eventually, we evolved away from sexual desire. So then we became completely dependent on cloning, getting thinner, our heads getting larger, brain matter is expanding from attaining memories and memories, new memories of stuff. And once we conquered the entire galaxy, we conquered the entire universe and maxed out our technology to the point where we couldn't do anything else. We were attaining memories that were complete, which means that we didn't have any room to forget anything. We became bored. We became exceedingly bored, and it became harder and harder to spread out of memories around because our communications were perfect and we were able to communicate with each other instantly and recall everything instantly, which is how everything became boring and dull. So we decided to, we were already traveling timelines, but we were only in observation mode. We then began to decide, okay, we're going to go back in time before we left Earth. We're going to go back to that time. We're going to set up base in Zeta Reticuli. And then we're going to go and we're going to go observe ourselves in the past, abduct a few of ourselves, humans, from there to insert our memories into them and then put it back on the planet. See what happens. Now, they did this. They abducted cows, they mixed DNA, and they are colonizing other planets by taking life from our planet and seeding them into other planets around the galaxy. That's basically what's going on. They're doing this for a reason. They want to see other species evolve into new beings, and they want to see if they end up being human in either direction, which will explain why the Greys lived out their universe the wrong way. So they came back to our timeline to try and fix everything, all the mistakes that they made. So far, the Greys are who I'm mostly familiar with. I haven't really met any Arcturian or Syrian or Pleiadian races. I am going to do research on them as well, find out how they came to be. I've done this before, and just didn't make any videos about it. I did my own personal research, and I'll go back and research it again, this time producing a new video. One storyline from what I get, and then another story from what I produce through my own channeling perception. Okay? Sound good? Good. Cool. But yeah, that's their story. My story involves a timeline reference. And because consciousness is infinite and timelines are infinite, I'm going to have a lot to talk about. So that is the possibility I want to throw out there. Y'all can word it up however you want it. I'm going to label this down as Planetary Races, the Greys. Who Are the Greys? And hopefully a lot of people come watch it. So, yeah, I look like gray. I look like I'm gray. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm some hybrid that was abducted here, implanted memories. That's probably why I'm telling you this story. We're from a different timeline. Thank you. So, that's the Greys. There are a lot of them. Our race is not dying. No, we don't have any cloning problems. We've perfected technology. There's no reason why we would have cloning problems if we were able to shoot into outer space. Hello. We had to solve health problems on our planet before we even left our planet anyway. This planet, Earth, yes, we have to solve our health problems here before we can even travel out of here. Okay, moving on. Namaste and Lak'ech. I will see you in my next video. The next one I'm going to do are the Pleiadians, because that's who I'm second familiar with. Thank you for watching, and remember now, don't be mean, play nice.